We're here with Sad Tyler.
No.
No, hey, I cheered him up a little bit.
I don't know I'm worried.
You're gonna be okay. But we're also here with Brett Biggs, who's the owner of Christmas City Spirits, the Tavern at the Sun Inn, the clubhouse, all sorts of good businesses in Bethlehem and the Lehigh Valley. How you doing?
I'm holding up. Yeah, a little tired. Lots of work. I'm also a financial advisor by day, which obviously people are in need of my time and a little coaching here and there. But
while I have you, is buying Bitcoin a good idea right now?
I'm not even going to go into
that. But yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah.
I think buy hand sanitizer for yourself. That's the best investment you can do right now.
Look at that segue, Tyler, because can you tell, we've seen a lot of these distilleries, this is awesome, making hand sanitizer. Can you just walk us through like what Christmas City Spirits is and then, what happened here with what you did?
Sure. So we are a micro distillery in downtown Bethlehem. We're associated with Tavern at the Sun Inn. We produce mostly historically based or craft distillates, which are spirits or liquor. Where a lot of people confuse us with a brewery. We make ethanol-based products, and ethanol is the base for sanitizer. So with everything that's been going on, a lot of distilleries, Social Still's doing it, Eight Oaks, they're switching production over from making vodka and rum and whatever else they produce and using that ethanol to make hand sanitizer. So the Pennsylvania Distillers Guild, they just had an order from the state of Pennsylvania for over 100,000 gallons of hand sanitizer. And there's been a lot of chatter in the background that no one else would really see unless they're part of that, to kind of step up and do that. One of the biggest challenges that we're seeing is the supply chain to actually get the ingredients to make hand sanitizer, because even bottles, small bottles, we're scrounging to find them. I found one bottling company in New York, and we got 3,000 small bottles on the way, but that was by chance. Everything else is sold out, and it's a minute-to-minute kind of thing. So if anybody out there has contacts that either, can get their hands on glycol or propylene glycol, small bottles, that all goes into making hand sanitizer, or aloe. You cannot get aloe anywhere right now. It's damn near impossible. So really what we did, on Thursday, we were actually talking, and we're history guys. So we were talking about our distiller's grandmother, who was a nurse up in the coal regions of Pennsylvania. She actually used to soak her mask in her own rye whiskey that she would moonshine and sell to the coal miners. She would soak her mask in that rye whiskey during the Spanish flu pandemic. So it's kind of funny how history kind of repeats itself and follows through to the present. But
so wait. We should be soaking masks in rye whiskey and then just like hanging out? This sounds like a great idea.
That's what they did in 1918. I'm not a medical professional or cannot say about the efficacy of that, but it worked for her. So,
and then you guys, so the picture that I saw on your Facebook this morning, you guys just had tubs of this stuff. Like what did you, like, what's the process of switching from what you normally do to doing this?
So normally we're going to make a product and, mature it or, do something with it and leave some taste to it so that you can taste whiskey or, taste the rum. What the process really is getting that ethanol, that same ethanol that's in your bottle, to a strength that is high enough to make it effective for hand sanitizer, which is about 196 proof. So you're talking almost pure ethanol. That's I think it's even higher than Everclear. So once you have that, you need to add something to it, an emollient like aloe or glycol, and some hydrogen peroxide. And once you mix those together, you have hand sanitizer. So my wife, again, working at St. Luke's, had a request from one of the doctors in the physicians group, and they said they were in dire need, especially for the people that are truly on the front lines. It's the personal care physicians that you go to every day for the sniffles, and they were running out of hand sanitizer. So we said, hey, let's do this. We rounded up any ethanol that we had on hand that we could spare and distilled it to what we needed to. And they wanted to take it in bulk. So, we're at the point where I went down to Lowe's and started buying buckets. And we looked on the FDA website to see what labeling we needed and everything else. And we're trying our best to abide by those guidelines. But if anybody wants to make hand sanitizer at home, if you have isopropyl alcohol, you can make it at home. Basically, isopropyl alcohol is a hand sanitizer in and of itself, but if you mix it with some aloe-based product and a little hydrogen peroxide, you can make your own hand sanitizer at home out of that.
I don't know
if we'll just try your hands.
The last time I did anything like mixed any chemicals together, it did not work out very well.
I highly recommend
leave it to
people do not
professionals.
start distilling their own stuff at home. Number one, it's illegal, and two, it can be very dangerous.
Yeah, I'm good just buying it from you. I'm happy
yeah.
to do that. So how is it? I mean, you're how's it been for your family? I mean, your wife works. You said at St. Luke's. Like, has it just been, you've been working so much that you don't really notice it? I mean, I don't know. It's been wild for us. Like we're
I've found myself trying to focus more on the positive and how we can change things, rather than just sitting here watching the news, which will devastate your mind. And it's kind of meant to do that. It's just meant to grab your attention and rattle your head around. But we've really tried to, talk to our clients. Me personally, I've really tried to talk to my clients and just, kind of hold their hand and say, hey, we're all going through this. We're American. We're gonna fight through this. But we're at war, and we need to step up and do what we can. So, from a family perspective, my wife ordered a sewing machine. She's gonna start making masks for St. Luke's. They're running low on masks. So, if you have a sewing machine at home and some fabric, to take your mind off of a lot of what's going on, start making masks, do something positive.
Yeah, we're going to talk with my sister. She's in Portland, Oregon. She's making masks you can put in, like reusable, well, not reusable, disposable filters. Believe it or not, we're already up against time here. How can people get in touch with you if they want to help or whatever? How do they find out more information?
We're getting flooded. That Facebook post went pretty nuts this morning. So we're trying to respond as we can to people. We don't have any hand sanitizer on hand. So if you're requesting it, we simply just don't have it to give. We're making more. We bought 1,000 pounds of sugar and are fermenting it right now. So we will have more next week, and we'll try to get out to those in need. But how you can help, we're still allowed to deliver liquor locally. So if you can buy online from us, we will deliver it to you. All that helps us to offset the input cost to make hand sanitizer. We're going to be setting up a donation button that we have our web people working on that right now. And we'll collect funds to start being able to buy sugar and get glycol here and buy inflated priced bottles and everything else, because these things aren't free, and we're a small distillery. It's not a corporation that, costs
right.
don't affect us, but all of our everybody's in the same boat here, so we'll take a little pain in the time being to help everybody out.
All right, well, hey, we're up against it. Thank you, keep at it. Be safe, take care of yourself when you're out there too.
You too, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.